Today I was talking with my in-laws. Up here visiting my daughter and her husband and my new grandson in Alaska. My in-laws are also business owners, and so we were talking about one of the most often overlooked financial moves that you as a business owner or an entrepreneur can make to actually improve your return, and secondarily, it's a place where many business owners, many entrepreneurs are actually losing money. And so what I want to put in front of you is looking at your long-term debt and your revolving debt and the interest rates that you are paying on those pieces of debt versus what you may be earning on your cash that is sitting in the bank or sitting in your money market or sitting in your investment account. So to give you a quick example, in the case of my in-laws, here recently, they decided to pay off some debt because their business debt was 9%. And of course, that 9%, continuing on the balance. And their earnings on their cash was around 3 or 3.5%, which meant that they were losing 6%, 5.5% on their money. And so by simply paying off that debt, they've simply reduced that loss. Now their available cash flow can be reinvested for a positive return instead of, compounding the interest for the banker. They can begin to compound the interest for themselves. You have to remember that compound interest really is the secret to growing your wealth, growing your money. And so, the game the financial institution plays is they want you to hang on to that debt as long as possible because they're going to compound that interest annually, and they're going to get a better return on their money. And you want to be doing the same thing. You want to be playing that same game, but to your advantage. If you're not familiar with the rule of 72, you need to do some study on that. But the rule of 72 is pretty simple. Whatever your rate of return is, you divide that by 72, and that remainder is how many years it's going to take before your money doubles at that rate of return. And then if you want to figure out the reverse, you can figure out how often the bank is doubling their money at the rate of interest they're charging you. So at that 9% that my in-laws had on their business loan, the bank was doubling their money on the outstanding balance every, 8 years. And so, roughly. And so that's was their rate of return. And so instead of letting the bank have that rate of return, better for you to pay off that debt, start accelerating your rate of return. But now you're not owing anything. You have an asset free and clear. You can monetize that asset. And what that's going to allow you to do is a term that we'll talk more about on this page in the days ahead, and that's accelerate the speed of money. And that is get your money working harder for you. I want you to always be thinking about this. Every day when you go to work, you're expected to produce a result and get paid for that result. Well, your money should operate under the same principle. I laughingly teach my students that every day when I get up, I dress my money for work and I pack a lunch for it and I send it off to do its business. And I expect it to bring home a paycheck, meaning I expect my money to be working for me. I expect my assets to be working for me. And so I want you to be thinking about your numbers. I want you to be thinking about, are you losing money because of the way you're handling debt? And could you improve your financial picture, your cash flow situation, your net worth? All of those things by simply getting rid of some debt and moving the game back onto your side of the field as opposed to the banker or the credit card company. Few thoughts for you today. Hope you find those helpful. And if you're here in the United States, have a great 4th of July holiday.